All right, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kasha Kwala from the GMS Atlanta Church. First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. And today I'm going to be doing a lesson on the word intuition, okay? Because all brothers have a intuition or a thought that is perceived or a perception, you could say, which I'm gonna get into that word as well. Okay, that the the Most High gives to us, primarily because we're in the scriptures. When you read the scriptures, they're heavily thought provoking. So it's gonna make you think about certain situations, certain scenarios, things that could happen, or you peep something in the spirit. Simple as that. Okay, so here's the word intuition, and then I'm gonna get a few precepts to line everything up. It says the word intuition, the mid 15th century, it means insight, direct or immediate cognition, cognition. I got the word cognition up right here. It means the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought. So when you read the scriptures, you have a mental action that processes what you're reading so you can understand it. With that, I'm going to get a super quick precept, and then I'm going to get back on track. All right? It's a classic. Proverbs chapter 4 and 7. It says, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding. So a cognition is you mentally processing what you're reading to get that understanding. Okay? So let's go back to the word cognition and finish it off. It says experience. How do you gain wisdom? Through experience. All right? And the senses. The senses you can read about in the book of Sirach. I forgot what chapter, but even one of your senses is understanding. Okay? So it says the mental action of process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought. So it's you thinking through what? Intuition. All right? Insight. All right? Direct or immediate cognition or cognition, spiritual perception. All right? So let's focus on spiritual perception. I'm gonna just read the other ones just for the sake of the lesson. It says a looking at, a consideration. When you consider the word consider or consideration, well, the word consideration derives from the word consider. The word consider means to view attentively. Okay? All right? It says to look, consider. All right? To look at, watch over. All right? But the main thing at hand is spiritual perception. All right? So your thought, when you get a thought, it's a spiritual perception. And there's ways to discern your thoughts. And I'm going to get Second Chronicles, Salakia. Not Second Esdras, but Ecclesiastes 34, and I'm gonna start at 1 because this goes into the soothsayings and divinations. Okay, so Sirach 34 and 1. The hopes of man void of understanding are vain. That's right. So you see 2/3 niggas out here thinking about something. They're probably thinking about some bullshit. First off, so it's vain because they have none understanding. They err not knowing the scriptures. Okay, all right, and false. All right. So it says the hopes of man void of understanding are vain. So to have a hope, you have to think of it. It has to be a cognition. All right. It has to be mentally processed in order to you to hope on something. When we are niggas in the world, we didn't have any hope. When we got the truth, we hope that the kingdom comes in the next 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We hope this place goes down in the next 20 seconds. That's hope. But that's hope of understanding. Okay, what these niggas hope for is new 32-inch rims on the whack-ass Camaro. All right? So it says the hopes of man void of understanding are vain. All right? Meaning pointless. All right? And false. That's right. And dreams lift up fools. That's right. Someone can have a dream that they married Beyonce. My nigga, shut up. It's not happening. But they'll believe in it. But it's vain because they're void of understanding. Okay? So the hopes goes into the thoughts of a man, void of understanding, are vain and false. All right. So verse 2, it says, so their intuitions, their revelations, their epiphanies, you could say, are vain because they don't have any understanding. Verse 2, whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth a shadow. It's like almost sarcastic reading this. It's like him catching a shadow. You can't catch a shadow. You know what I'm saying? When you regard every little dream that you have. I know some brothers have dreams that are according to scriptures, but even so, some dreams are just for you. Some dreams are just pondering on it on yourself. Ponder about it with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes it does get a little like, all right, bro, you have a dream every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's great. I'm not trying to bypass it or anything, but it's like some dreams are strictly meant for you. You don't have to share it with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you share it, we're like, all right, bro, you're a little over your head right now. That dream probably did not come from the Lord. We're going to keep reading. It's going to say that. It says, and followeth after the wind. All right. Verse 3. The visions of dreams is resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness of a face to a face. So a vision. All right. You got dreams and you got visions. Visions is something like you felt it. You saw it, like it's right here. Like I was there. Like what John the Revelator, what Ezra's, men like that, even Daniel, they saw visions. Like things they could touch. Like they were touching it, all that. They saw visions. A dream, something that just fades away. Sometimes you had a dream, you had a dream, but the moment you wake up, you forget it. But a vision sticks with you, all right? So it says, verse 4, of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come? All right? Verse 5, divinations, soothsayings, and dreams are vain, and the heart fancieth as a woman's heart in travail. All right, so let's get the word dream. All right. Anyway, I typed in dram like a simpleton. Bear with me. Here's the word dream. All right. This is the word dream. It says a sequence of sensations passing through a sleeping person's mind. Okay. Something has to pass through your mind. It has to become a thought. All right. So it says a deception. All right. And you got a perception. All right. A perception, illusion, a fantasy. I think that's how you pronounce it. To deceive, delude. Okay. So the scriptures in Sirach 34 are warning you about dreams because dreams can be deceiving. Dreams can be deceptive. All right. Dreams can be devilish because the word devilish means to deceive. The word devil means to deceive. Okay. Joy, mirth. All right. Let's see. A sleeping vision. Okay. It seems as if the presence of a dream, joy, mirth, music had caused dream to be avoided. Okay. But the point of the matter is it's sleeping in a person's mind. So it's a thought. A dream is a thought or what? An intuition. A spiritual perception. A vision is a spiritual perception. When you have deja vu, that is an intuition. That is a spiritual perception because you felt like you've been there before. What you really have, because everything is already written. We've already lived. We already lived this life. This has already happened. Yahweh Shemiel Shai, this already happened to him. It's just playing out now. Okay, because everything was already written in the script. How else would John the Revelator and all these other prophets get visions of these things happening and see them so vividly and clearly? Because it happened before. Okay, it was a spiritual perception or an intuition. Okay, so let's jump into some scriptures. This is First Chronicles. First Chronicles 28:9. All right, and this, if I'm not mistaken, this is David talking to King Solomon when the transition of power was about to occur. So First Chronicles 28:9. It says, "And thou, Solomon my son, know thou that the Most High thy father, know thou Yahweh thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart, with a willing mind. For the Lord searcheth all hearts," which is the mind, "and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts." So he understands the intuition and the spiritual perceptions. Why? Because he's the one who is giving them to you. Okay? If thou seek him, he will be found of thee, but if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever. And those spiritual perceptions will be turned into what? Divinations, soothsayings, and dreams. A dream means a deception. Okay? So going on, Sirach 34:6. "If they be not sent from the Most High in the visitation, set not thy heart upon them." And verse 6 goes all the way back to verse 1. "Because men who are void of understanding, their dreams will lift them up." Because they don't understand where that dream, where that divination, where that vision is coming from. They think it's coming from a righteous entity when more is coming from a demon or Satan on the left-hand side. Okay? So your intuitions and your spiritual perceptions come from the Lord. All right? So let's get the word perception real quick. All right? That's all King David was telling Solomon. The Lord knows your imaginations and your thoughts, your intuitions, man. Okay? So the word perception, all right, it means a previous notion or preconception, all right, a taking beforehand. To further break down the word perception, when brothers be like, "I got a precept," all right, it goes into the word perception, okay, because it was premeditated in your mind, which was given to you from the Lord, which is an intuition to conjure up the thought of getting a precept, which the word perception means to take beforehand or taking beforehand. So a precept is thought about beforehand. You get the precept, and more than likely the precept that you're about to get is a prophecy. The word prophecy means to say before. See how things add up? A precept is simply something you thought of before. It was a spiritual intuition or a spiritual perception of something. All right? And then you get the precept, and the precept is a prophecy. So you're saying something beforehand anyway. Okay? All designated from who? Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Makakodash. Okay? Let's get another precept. All right? This is Proverbs 12:5. It says, "The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsel of the wicked are deceit." That's right. It says the thoughts of the righteous are right. He'll make your mind straight. He'll give you the correct intuitions. All right? If you do not forsake him, like it said in First Chronicles 28:9. Okay? Let's get another precept. To the ending of Proverbs 12:5. It says, "But the counsels of the wicked are deceit." That's right. So let's go all the way back to the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. It says, "And the Most High saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually." So their intuition, okay, or their dreams or their perceptions were evil, okay, because they did not seek the Lord. They did not seek the mind of the Lord. They sought what was pleasing enough to satisfy the flesh. Therefore, their mind was continually wicked. Their imaginations were continually wicked. Their thoughts and their intuitions were continually wicked. A wicked person can have a spiritual perception as well, because demons are in the spiritual realm. It's just a wicked spiritual perception. There's always an opposite to something. You have intuition, you have a wicked intuition. You have a dream, you have a wicked dream. You have a perception, you have a wicked perception. You have a wicked thought, you just have a righteous thought. There's always two sides to the story when it comes to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. There's two sides. That's it. White and black. Okay? There's no gray area. All right? All right. So let's see. This is Second Esdras chapter 16 verse 54. It says, "Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations." Why? Because he implanted them in there in the first place. Their thoughts and their hearts, which goes back to their mind. Okay? So he knows all your intuitions, everything that you're having, your spiritual perceptions, but a righteous man will have righteous intuition. Intuition and insight. Something that you can feel. When brothers be like, bro, I feel like something's about to happen, that is an intuition. Okay? But it's on the right-hand side. Okay? Because that's a man who is not void of understanding. He's digging into the understanding. He's wanting to know the understanding. You know? So I just wanted to make a lesson about your intuitions, your thoughts that you have, that you preconceive before you probably say it or whatnot. Your intuition, your spiritual perceptions. When you feel something about to happen, your sixth sense. You know, what wicked people say, your third eye. Okay? You just feel it. It's your intuition, man. But that's coming from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The men of the Lord here on earth today, we feel like this bitch is about to go down any second. That is an intuition. And it is a righteous, and it is a correct, and it is a spiritual intuition that we have lodged inside of us, which is our inclination, which is a natural tendency to do something. We have a natural tendency to have these spiritual perceptions or intuitions inside of us because what? We're not void of understanding, and we're still trying to gather the understanding to understand to our fullest ability to, reach our potential to know what the hell is about to happen. All right? So when we get those, man, bro, I have this eerie feeling in me. It's your intuition that is given to you via Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakakwadash. All right? I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. This is Brother Kasha Kwala from the GMS Atlanta Church. And until next time, I want to say shalom.